Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is episode 8 of Raising the Standard with Hamburg. Last episode we concluded the season, we reviewed the players, what we were going to need on our journey back here to the Bundesliga. So I thought what better way to start the episode by having a look at all the transfer business that's happened. Which there's been a lot, and with limited resources and money. I was kind of hoping we'd have more money for our promotion back to the big time, but it's not happened that way. So we have brought in, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 new first team players, and we've sold out a few as well. So we'll go over them first, we'll get them out the way. So Levin Oztunali, he's off to Al Nassr now. We got decent money for him. Jonas Meffert, his contract was running out anyway, and he didn't want to sign in fact, he wanted a new one, but he wanted double his wages, and he's 30. So he's off to Genk for 2.5 million. Jonas David, he's away to Balvista. Marco Johansson, these guys were just people like Hire and Zumberi. They're all just people who were out on loan last season that were never going to get into the first team. So they are now away for some transfer fees. And William Mikkelbrensis, he's back out on loan, as is Anzi Suhonen and Dennis Dua. And then we have now got ourselves Saarbrücken as our affiliate club, so we managed to send off Joksimovic, Fabio Baldi and Brent Anderson to them, and we also managed to sell Mengot, and we loaned out Danilo Suarez. We did bring him in last season as a backup left back, but now that we have Cater back there, we've got a new signing as well. We didn't need him anymore, so he's off ski and won't be back in the first team. Now, the exciting part, let's talk about the incomings to the club. So, I did mention in the last episode that we possibly look to keep Lucas Pereba, and we have done so. We've activated the clause that we had in his contract to buy him for 1.3 million. So he comes in to central midfield, decent enough last season, didn't set the world alight, but he's a good squad player to have in. We've got Daniel Nomov, who was the goalkeeper that I've spoke about before. We've brought him in on a free transfer from CSK 1948. Had a good season last year, already comes in as our best goalkeeper. This boy, Christian Friedeck from Liberec, got him dead cheap, 35k. And look at this guy, absolutely brilliant. I think he's got potential to grow. He has almost reached his potential, but he's 25 years old. We've brought him in on the cheap, decent enough wages, and I think this boy's going to do the business with dribbling of 15, and then you've got a first touch of 13, passing's 13, technique's 13, flair's 16, is a tricky wee midfielder, can play an attacking midfield as well, and can actually be a bit of a goal scoring threat as well with 13 finishing. So yeah, really liking the look of that boy. Then we've brought in Linton Mena on loan from Cologne. He's come in, gives us an option on both sides. Will likely play predominantly on the right hand side, cutting in on the left foot. Finishing of 8 is not the best. That's why he's more of an inverted winger, which we probably will look to use that. And he's very, very fast. So we've got him in with no option to buy him. Then we've brought in Jeffrey Gubelou. What a name. Brilliant. 78 grand, 33 years old, come from Augsburg, who were relegated. No, they weren't relegated actually. I think we've got them on the first day of the season. Yes, we brought him in dead cheap, had a good season last year. Well, we played 3 games, sorry, I must have been looking at that. Looks like he's quite a accomplished Bundesliga player. Age isn't on his side anymore, and he certainly has slowed down a bit, but he still looks like a good experienced centre half, which is something that we absolutely needed for our return to the Bundesliga, because we just knew that it was going to be a difficult season with how bad the defence was last season, so it was only going to get worse with playing better opposition. Then we've brought in Omari Hutchison, who can play on either side as well as through the middle. He's on loan from Chelsea. Again, just the 10 games for Ipswich last season, but he did get himself a couple of goals. Good player to have, cheap wages. And then we've brought in Dribil Sidibe, who was released from AEK Athens. We've brought him in. He will be well, he's coming in as the experienced starting right back, but we still do have Nelson Oliveira, who I imagine, if he performs the way he did last season, by the end of the season, he's going to be our sort of number one right back. But we've got Sidibe there, good experience. Nicholas Narte, he's in on loan from Stuttgart. Again, looks a good player to have around the team. Can play in a couple of positions as well, but his central midfield is where you'll likely find him. Got good tackling, decent enough marking. His passing's decent as well. Quite an aggressive wee player, and reasonably quick for a centre midfielder as well. Did I put a optional fee on him? No. Okay. Then we needed a new striker because we weren't overly happy with Glatzel from last season. We have kept him though, and what we've managed to do is bring in Kaunachi from Werder Bremen. Scored 3 goals in the Bundesliga last season. Didn't play overly lots. Scored 14 goals in the Bundesliga 2 the season before. But he looks a good enough player again. We'll be playing him as an advanced forward, so decent enough stats. A good penalty taker as well. Hoping that he can get us 10, 15 league goals would probably be enough to fire us to safety. The last two then are loan deals, are quite exciting loan deals at that. So we've got Nathaniel Brown, he's in from Eintracht Frankfurt. He comes in at left back, so he's the man who replaces Suarez. This boy likely now is our starting left back with Katterbach in reserve. Again, nice fast player, quite tricky, good crossing. It's what we want. He's only 21 years old as well. I don't have an no, we don't have an optional fee on him because I think he probably will go on and be quite a good player. And then this one, very excited by this one. We've managed to get him in on loan with an optional fee to sign him. Wait till you see the optional fee because I don't think we're going to be able to afford that unless we qualify for the Champions League this season. But we've brought in Antonio Nusa, who can play on either side. He can also play up front as well. Again, we'll probably, because we've got Mena playing off the right, we'll probably play Nusa more off the left. But again, nice player to have in the team. An optional future fee of 45 million. But we're barely paying anything for his wages. We're not paying a monthly fee, nothing like that. He can be recalled, so let's hope he doesn't play too well. Look at that potential, 5-star. If we could sign him, if we had 45 million and he has a good season, we will sign him and then build a team around him. But we'll see how it goes first. So for the money that we had, we've only spent just over 6 million, and we've brought in just under 6 million, so we've almost broke even. I'd say bringing in 11 players that are all first team players that are pretty much all going to improve the team from last season. I would say it's been quite a successful summer, to be honest. So now that we've kind of touched on all that, I was going to wait and just play this game offline against Hamburg and then come back and play the opening game of the season against Augsburg. But I think I just want to start the season on a high here. So I think we'll play Hamburg, likely get ourselves a few goals, get some of the new players bled into the team as well. And then following that, we'll maybe come back for we'll play the first 3 league games, and then we'll come back for Cologne at home in September. But this is the team that we're going to go with today then. It's not our strongest 11 because I just want to sort of try out a few different players, give them their debuts. But we are going with Nomov in goal. Chances are João Fernandes still is the number one for the start of the season, but we'll see how things go. I do like the look of Nomov. And then we're going with Sidibe at right back, Gui Ramos from last season, partners Gulu with Nathaniel Brown at left back. We then have Pareba and Friedeck in midfield with Königsdorfer, Emmanuel Ferre, Linton Mena, who I've already said will be likely playing off the right, but he's playing off the left today. That's the good thing about two-footed players, is that, chances are they're going to perform just as well on either side of the pitch. And then David Kanachi, up front. And then we have new signings, Narte, Hutchison, Nusa on the bench. So a much stronger team than we had last season. I think we'll be fine to be safe. I think we'll definitely have a safe season. It's just about how much can we get a top half finish? Can we maybe even qualify for Europe? I'm not putting any pressure on the boys other than just finishing in a position that does not get us relegated, basically. So we're playing Hamburg today. We should win this reasonably well. They're just a German regional team who are just full of Pretty much fake players. Anyway, even though we're not playing all our strongest players today, I still suspect that we should win. We should get a few goals today as well, which would be good to kick off the new campaign. Mind you, we're 6 minutes in. I thought we'd have a goal by now. Maybe I'm being too optimistic. And that was a terrible pass from Frey. And Hamburg are in now. And Willenbrink, oh dear. This would not be good. Oh, but Kanachi's got it. Kanaki. Ooh. Is it Kanachi? Kanaki? We're going to go with Kanaki, I think. I think that's what we'll go with. Seems like the right thing to do. Yeah. 0-0 then. Not much going on, but it is all ourselves so far, dominating possession. As their goalie takes a big goal kick there, but Frey has it. And Königsdorfer now. Out wide to Mena. Can he do something with it? It's fast play here. Oh. I don't think he really should have hit that, to be honest. I think they had a couple of different options out wide that he could have passed that to, but however, not to worry. Here's Königsdorfer now. Come on, cross it in. That's it, Kanaki 1-0. And David Kanauki. I'm going to keep saying different name, haven't I? Well, we could just call him David, maybe. David Kanaki with the goal. It's 1-0 to Hamburg. Frey can hit a free kick. Oh, he certainly can hit a free kick. And now the floodgates are opening. Frey scores just after Kanaki opens the goal scoring. And 27 minutes on the clock, it's Hamburg 0, Hamburg 2. This is why I wanted to show this game, so I just knew there'd be a lot of goals. It's Friedek sends it in. There's Gulu, Pareba. I'm expecting big things from Gulu this season, even though he's 33. I think he's got the experience to be a sort of safe bet at centre back. Or it just could go completely wrong, but so far so good. There's Friedeck out to Sidibe. Can he whip the ball in? No, it's Königsdorfer. He might hit this. Unlucky. He's saying it skimmed the bar there. Didn't really look like it, but however. Can we get another goal before half time? It'd be nice to go in at 3 or 4-0 rather than just the 2. Brown sends it in and Gulu. Unlucky. How big is Gulu? 6'2". Looks bigger. It's Friedeck. Mena. That's poor. It's really poor. It's back to Gulu. The good thing is Hamburg are that bad that anytime we're losing possession, they aren't doing anything with it. But it does worry me for if this is the way we're going to play and lose possession this easily. Is it going to be tougher against bigger teams in the league? I hope not, but we'll see. Friedeck, Mena, Pareba might hit this. Save from Brink though. Pareba did score a couple of screamers last season and he's tried a couple today and it's not quite working out for him so far. But still looking like a positive attacking threat. It's Homburg. It's probably the most they've actually had the ball. And he's hit it and Nomov hasn't actually saved that. It's went out for a goal kick. 0-0 then. Homburg with that one chance just at the end there. They don't look like much of a side, but we should be more than 2-0 up. So we need to be up on our game slightly in the second half. I want you to find a different gear, please. Just because you're playing Hamburg in the first game of the season does not mean that we want to walk away with a 2-0 win. A win is a win, and it would still get us a round further than we did last season, but oh, unlucky. That nearly was 3 there. But yeah, be nice to get 3 or 4 today. Brown with the corner. Gui Ramos. He scored a couple of goals from corners last season. He was a good threat. Guilu's also had a decent header in this game as well, so we might get some more goals from set pieces this year. Königsdorfer. Sidibe. Oh, back to Königsdorfer. That was a nice little move, that. Their goalie's certainly been a busy boy today. It's poor. It's poor. Gulu. Brown. Frydek to Mena. Furry. Konaki. Sidibe. This is good play from Hamburg. Come on, boys. Sidibe! Yes, Koningsdorfer. That was a wonderful piece of build-up play there. Quick passing, quick movement. Nice, look at that. By the time Sidibe crosses that in, we've got 5 other players in the box there. That's what we want to see. Overload the box, get crosses in and get goals scored. 3-0. Right, let's make a couple of changes then. I think we will give Narte his debut for Pareba. Hutchison for Foray. And let's bring on... Sure, let's just keep it at that. I was about to say let's bring Oliviera on, but might bring him on at left back soon. Sidibe's second best player on the pitch, so I won't be taking him off. That was a rubbish header from Ramos. Not great. Right, Brink. Goal kick. Kanaki. Oh, it's in! David Kanaki. Brilliant. 4-0. That's what we wanted. This was a bit of a mistake. And Kanaki just went, thank you. I'll run right through. And I'll just finish it off beautifully into the bottom corner. 4-0. 20 minutes to go here. Let's just get a couple more changes in. Oliviera for Nathaniel Brown. Hutchison's just come on, so I want Noosa to come on, but who for? Mena, probably. Narte out to Mena. What can he do before he comes off? Frydek, who's been quite a lively little player in central midfield today. Might end up giving Reese and Benez a run for their money. They are still going to be our starting central midfield. Here's Hutchison. He's in. Oh, he's hit the post. Almost a debut goal for Amari Hutchison there as well. Hamburg go down the other end. That's a foul. The clock's running down. Things are looking good. Give them a bit of praise just to keep them encouraged. There's Gubaloo. Nice ball into Hutchison and Koningsdorfer. The whole right hand side's opened up for him, but he cuts inside and hits it. Not a very good finish. I've found he's not got very good finishing. Squanders a lot of chances, but he's still young. He's still learning. He's fast. That's what we like. Koningsdorfer cuts it in. There's Hutchison, but he definitely turns provider. He might not score many, but he absolutely provides them, and it's now Hamburg 0, Hamburg 5. 10 minutes left now. I think we'll bring Guilou off. Here comes Tomiak, who we were not impressed with last season, but we just couldn't really sell him on in the summer, so we've kept him around, but he's not going to play lots. And that's it then, 5-0 on the opening day in the the DFB Pokal, meaning that we are for the first time through to the second round. That was a good result. I did say I wanted a few goals, and it was a good way to start off the season. Let's see if we find out who we draw straight away then. See who we get. If it's even going to tell me today. Possibly not. Got to praise that. 3 assists and a goal. Absolutely marvellous, Koningsdorfer. Let's continue on a little bit just before that Augsburg, and we'll see if we get the second round draw. Right, it's all about the draw, the cup draw. Let's see, they're all teams, and it's hosting Kiel. I'll take that. I'll take that. I think we can see ourselves in the third round, to be honest. So we play them in October. But for now, we shall Why is that not going into months? Thank you. Seems to be a bug on this now. Until you scroll down, it doesn't put it into month order. Anyway, right, so we've won 5-0. I'll go and play these 3 games here, and then I'll see you back for the home game against Cologne. So I wonder how we will start our season in the Bundesliga. Tough games, but most games this season are going to be tough, so we just have to make sure that we are one of the best 15 teams of the league and we don't see ourselves go right back down. But I'll be back for that game against Cologne then. But if you've liked today's video, please like and subscribe to my channel. As you know, it has just started out. I'm just finding my feet, but any likes or comments or subscribes will obviously help the channel, so I would really appreciate that if you haven't already done so. But other than that, I will see you for episode 9, where we will be playing against Cologne. Thanks for watching.